You have everything needed for the extravagant journey that is your life. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. The trick is in what one emphasizes. The basic difference between an ordinary man and a warrior is that a warrior takes everything as a challenge, while an ordinary man takes everything as a blessing or a curse. The aim is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonder of being alive. In a world where death is the hunter, my friend, there is no time for regrets or doubts. There is only time for decisions. A man of knowledge lives by acting, not by thinking about acting. We hardly ever realize that we can cut anything out of our lives, anytime, in the blink of an eye. For me, there is only the traveling on paths that have heart, on any path that may have heart. And the only worthwhile challenge is to traverse its full length. And there I travel looking breathlessly. For me, the world is weird because it is stupendous, awesome, mysterious, unfathomable. My interest has been to convince you that you must assume responsibility for being here in this marvelous world, in this marvelous desert, in this marvelous time. I want to convince you that you must learn to make every act count, since you are going to be here for only a short while. In fact, too short for witnessing all the marvels of it. To seek freedom is the only driving force I know. Freedom to fly off into that infinity out there. Freedom to dissolve, to lift off. To be like the flame of a candle, which, in spite of being up against the light of 1 billion stars, remains intact, because it never pretended to be more than what it is, a mere candle. Anything is one of 1 million paths. Therefore, you must always keep in mind that a path is only a path. If you feel you should not follow it, you must not stay with it under any conditions. To have such clarity, you must lead a disciplined life. Only then will you know that any path is only a path, and there is no affront to oneself or to others in dropping it if it is what your heart tells you to do. But your decision to keep on the path or leave it must be free of fear or ambition. I warn you, look at every path closely and deliberately. Try it as many times as you think necessary. Before you embark on any path, ask the question, does this path have a heart? If the answer is no, you will know it, and then you must choose another path. The trouble is, no one asks that question. And when a man finally realizes he has taken a path without heart, the path is ready to kill him. At any point, few people can stop to deliberate and leave a path. A path without heart is never enjoyable. You have to work hard even to take it. On the other hand, a path with heart is easy. It does not make you work at liking it. All paths are the same. They lead nowhere. They are paths going through the bush or into the bush. Into my own life, I could say I have traversed long paths, but I am not anywhere. Death is the only advisor we have. Whenever you feel, as always, that everything is going wrong and you're about to be annihilated, turn to your death and ask it if it is so. Your death will tell you that you're wrong, that nothing really matters outside its touch. Your death will tell you, I haven't touched you yet. A man goes to knowledge as he goes to war, wide awake, with fear, with respect, and with absolute assurance. Going to knowledge or going to war in any other manner is a mistake, and whoever makes it might never live to regret it. Forget the self and whatever level of awareness you find yourself to be, and you will fear nothing. Think about it. What weakens us is feeling offended by the deeds and misdeeds of our fellow men. Our self-importance requires that we spend most of our lives offended by someone. Only as a warrior can one withstand the path of knowledge. A warrior cannot complain or regret anything. His life is an endless challenge, and challenges cannot possibly be good or bad. Challenges are simply challenges. You have little time left, and none of it for crap. A fine state. I would say that the best of us always comes out when we are against the wall, when we feel the sword dangling overhead. Personally, I wouldn't have it any other way. The average man is hooked to his fellow men, while the warrior is hooked only to infinity. All of us, whether or not we are warriors, have a cubic centimeter of chance that pops from time to time. The difference between an average man and a warrior is that the warrior is aware of this, and one of his tasks is to be alert, deliberately waiting so that when his cubic centimeter pops out, he has the necessary speed, the prowess to pick it up. Seek and see all the marvels around you. You will get tired of looking at yourself alone, and that fatigue will make you deaf and blind to everything else. Life in itself is sufficient, self-explanatory, and complete. For an instant, I think I saw. I saw the loneliness of man as a gigantic wave which had been frozen in front of me, held back by the invisible wall of metaphor. We are human, and our lot in life is to learn and be hurled into inconceivable new worlds. I have no routines or personal history. One day I found out that they were no longer necessary for me, and like drinking, I dropped them. One must have the desire to drop them, and then one must proceed harmoniously to chop them off little by little. If you have no personal history, no explanations are needed. Nobody is angry or disillusioned with your acts. And above all, no one pins you down with their thoughts. It is best to erase all personal history, because that makes us free from the encumbering thoughts of other people. I have, little by little, created a fog around me and my life. And nobody knows for sure who I am or what I do, not even I. How can I know who I am when I am all this? The internal dialogue is what grounds people in the daily world. The world is such and such or so and so only because we talk to ourselves about it being that way. The passageway into the world of shamans opens up after the warrior has learned to shut off his internal dialogue. The dying sun will glow on you without burning, as it has done today. The wind will be soft and mellow on your hilltop, and you will tremble as you reach the end of your dance. You will look at the sun, for you will never see it again in the waking or dreaming. And then your death will point to the south, to the vastness. I had been experiencing brief flashes of disassociation, or shallow states of non-ordinary reality. To ask me to verify my life by giving you my statistics is like using science to validate sorcery. It robs the world of its magic and makes milestones out of us all. If one is to succeed in anything, the success must come gently, with a great deal of effort but no stress or obsession. The art of a warrior is to balance the terror of being a man with the wonder of being a man. That a warrior, aware of the unfathomable mystery that surrounds him, and aware of his duty to try to unravel it, takes his rightful place among mysteries and regards himself as one. Consequently, for a warrior, there is no end to the mystery of being. Whether being means being a pebble or an ant or oneself. That is a warrior's humbleness, one is equal to everything. In the universe, there is an unmeasurable, indescribable force, which sorcerers call intent. And absolutely everything that exists in the entire cosmos is attached to intent by a connecting link. Sorcerers or warriors were concerned with discussing, understanding, and employing that connecting link. Sorcerers, therefore, divide their instruction into two categories. One is for everyday life state of awareness. The other is for the states of heightened awareness, in which sorcerers obtained knowledge directly from intent, without the distracting intervention of spoken language.